video. And if you've not seen the first video on this subject, be sure to go back and watch it. Um, just want to talk about some housekeeping things. And I know you guys are going to get tired of hearing this, but I need followers. I need to get this information out. I have one follower on Twitter. I could be tweeting nonstop about a lot of stuff that I know, and I know Twitter will probably delete it, but it's all about trying to get the information out there. In the chat, I posted a few comments about how to follow me on various social medias, and I'd appreciate it that everybody that sees this video takes the time to follow me on all the social media that I have. And I also ask, before we get started, that everybody click the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell for the notifications, and hit that thumbs up. Let's see what else I got on housekeeping. Last thing on the housekeeping, just make sure if you guys are interested in what I have to say, and just pass along to anybody and everybody that you think it can help. Thank y'all. I see you in the chat. Everybody's working on that. Appreciate it. So let's get started. I'm going to try not to jump around and just let everybody know that this is my opinion that I have researched, and you should research it for yourself. I'm going to talk about FDR. We talked about him in the last video about him being a 33rd degree Mason, and how the Masons have shaped our America by the alternative agendas because of the relation to their secret societies and the Illuminati. 87 years ago, approximately, FDR took us off the gold standard. The gold standard backed up our currency, where our dollar was worth $1. Our currency is based on nothing right now. It is a piece of paper that is not worth the money that it is printed on. The dollar of yesteryear and the dollar of today has lost its value by at least 75% because of the continuous printing of money by the Illuminati, the central bank. We know it is the Fed. Everybody thinks that that's the government, but that is a private entity owned by one of the Illuminatis. Rothschild, I don't know. So, to explain to you more about the Illuminati and the central banks, everybody that has money in their pocket. It was printed by the Fed. The private Illuminati represented, and it is given to the government with interest. For example, if the government needs money, they contact the Fed and they say, I need $1 million. The Fed says, no problem. No problem. But we need 10 cents on every dollar paid back to us. Doesn't sound like a bad deal for the Fed. But throughout our history, we have borrowed trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars through the Fed. And all the money we owe, I would say at least 10% for sure, if not more, is interest that we owe to the Illuminati. But that is the way that the Illuminati has been doing business since they have infiltrated almost every country in this world has a form of the central bank in their country controlling the money, in turn controlling the country and the government, in turn enslaving us to the debt that our leaders, good and bad, put out there for us to pay the ultimate price. Moving on, the Illuminati is in it for the money. They want it all. They want all of the money. They make their money mainly by wars. All of our wars in our history, beginning at least at the Civil War, and I'm sure it was previous to that, but I'm just going to say from the Civil War going forward, the Illuminati has financed both sides of each war. They didn't care who won or who lost. They owned all of the companies that make the weapons, supply, the ammunition, the clothes, the spending money, all of that. Both sides. And both sides took the money, thinking that they were being backed, and only being backed on their side. The Illuminati did this to make money, but more importantly, they did this because they're in the name of war benefits the Illuminati and their agenda. All right, sorry for the pauses, sorry for the slowness. I'm going to speed this up. Thank you, Love and Truth. just want to remind everybody, as I did in my previous video, everybody's at different stages of learning of the truth, of history, of what really happened. I apologize if you all know this. I hope you bear with me, and I hope I can give you some tidbits of information that you don't know. And if I don't, I apologize. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me. We have 13 people following right now live, and I will continue, and I'll try to wrap this up as quick as I can. My apologies again. Rockefeller. Rockefeller was financing Tesla back in the day. He was financing Tesla up to the point that Tesla came up with the technology of free energy, and Rockefeller shut him down and destroyed all of his projects that was financed originally by Rockefeller in the name of making money for themselves off of fossil fuel. World War I, all sides were backed by the Illuminati. Wars are not accidents. Wars are planned. Wars are known in advance, but we just are not told the truth. Excuse me. I know this is tough, guys. I'm new to this, and I apologize. The Gulf War during the Bush's administration, senior and junior, they were all backed, all sides by the Illuminati. We went to wars throughout our history under false pretenses, lies, and the Illuminati sat back and laughed while they raked in the money and watched the world kill its fellow man. And all they had to do was just keep putting the money in and keep the wars going. Because the more people that perish, the more people that are not around, because the Illuminati does not want the world as big as it is. They only want the top 1%ers, which are part of their society. And their goal since the beginning has been to go ahead and move forward with anything and everything that they can do to try to get us to kill ourselves before they had to step in to speed up the process, because it just wasn't fast enough. The Illuminati in the past has hidden behind corporations of the top 1% that own 99% of all other corporations. And the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati all have a stake in making sure that the agenda that was written by their leader back in the day on the plan that is coming to fruition faster and faster and faster, and it is almost here. Population control, getting rid of people, has been put into action. all the people dying. People are dying for programs and agendas that the Illuminati has put into effect. Also, our government and the three-letter governmental agencies have been doing the same. I know a lot of you know about the chemtrails. I know a lot of you know that they have been spraying our skies with aluminum and various other elements, trying to control our weather. They have been controlling our weather for a long time. It is documented. Research it. They have the power and control to seed hurricanes, to control the direction, to strengthen them, and to keep all these natural disasters coming one after another, trying to cloak it as acts of God, but it was really alternative agenda from the Illuminati to try to cause as much destruction and hatred to this country and other countries of the world for their financial gain. Once people's lives have been destroyed and they have to rebuild, they need money. Turn back to the central bank. They print the money. They put the interest on it. We rebuild. We go into debt further. It's all a big game to the Illuminati. Everyone in this world, unless you believe in what they believe in, you are their enemy. They have been putting out products throughout history, knowingly knowing that they cause cancer, hiding the true ingredients in their products. And we, as trusting human beings that we are, have been buying these products. We have been consuming these products, putting these products on our body, and in turn, it has sped up our lifespan in the negative way of causing us to die sooner, quicker, and it is a tool that they continue to use and continue to sell products out there that are harmful to you and that will eventually kill you. They spin all of their products and make them look like they are the best of the best, and there is no consequences for using them. For example, talcum powder. How many people do you know currently or in the past that have used talcum powder? Talcum powder causes cancer. It is proven. Research it. Take a look at all of the lawsuits that have been going on for the last 10 to 20. And all of those products that are now have lawsuits are because of the doing of the Illuminati trying to kill us one by one. Cancer. It is real. It is not completely preventable, but stay informed. Research your products that you use. Research the products. I would say Google it, but Google won't have it on there. I suggest using DuckDuckGo. That site has all the information that has been hidden by the filters from our friends at Google. I'm going to name some products that I know for a fact, based on my opinion, that have things in it that are harming you, that are changing you and your body for the negative. I want you to listen very carefully. The Illuminati has used aborted fetuses from around the world for a long time to use the parts of these aborted fetuses to put in their products for us to consume, unknowingly, trying to unknowingly to us turn us into cannibals, ingesting unknowingly aborted cells and tissues from these fetuses. How many of you like Gatorade and drink Gatorade? You won't see it on their ingredients. But in their current blend, I can't say it has been there always. But in their current blend, it has fetus material in it. That's just one that I'm going to give you. I urge everyone that is here I urge everybody that's here to research on DuckDuckGo what products are using human baby cells for us to unknowingly consume, which will be our early demise. And I know a lot of you right now are saying to yourself that this is impossible. Sorry again. I am just trying to get the information out there as quick as I can. I'm starting to go longer than I want to. Research all of the products that you use. Research the lawsuits. Research all the things that cause cancer that 50 years ago, 100 years ago were advertised as safe and efficient. Smoking, Coca-Cola, all kinds of products that they have pushed out there have been killing us slowly. And it has affected my family directly. I have lost many people to cancer that could have been prevented if only we knew the truth. And it is my personal mission to spread this to everyone that I can, to wake them up and to let them know the truth. Because there are so many lies that we are living under, and we have so many people with the head in the sand that trust and rely on our government. And our government is not our friend. Our politicians work for the Illuminati. Not all of them, but most of them. They are paid directly or indirectly by the Illuminati under the table through programs and psyops that have been put together by 3-letter organizations to try to control us, to try to educate us, to try to make us dumb where we will not know any better. I will give you an example, Common Core. You may love it, you may hate it, but whenever I grew up, I learned everything I learned in school and in college by the old way of teaching. The proven old way based on the history of mathematicians and historians and a lot of others that told the truth. It is the sole goal of the Illuminati to erase our history. Our history is being erased every day. Our kids are growing up purposely not being taught cursive, purposely being taught the long and complicated way in math and sciences to learn, so that they will not be able to retain the ways of learning like we did, because it is just not made to be that way. Thank you, Bubby. 5G, everybody. 5G. President Trump signed a bill about 5G when it came out, made it mandatory, so nobody can go against it. Did you know that 5G was invented by the military as a weapon? The military invented it, yes, but the person and scientist that worked and knows everything about 5G and the consequences of using it hired lawyers in every state. He went live all over the internet trying to get the message out that 5G is bad, that 5G will be our demise, that 5G will control our minds. Research it yourself. Look it up. The lawsuits are there. It is all documented and can be found. 5G, how is it going to control our brain? Well, 5G has been proven to control enemy combatants during their test mind to the point where enemies will simply throw down their weapons and run away, afraid and disgusted because of the 5G when it's pointed in their direction. The 5G is there and going to utilize the research that was done in the 60s of some real evil and crazy governmental scientists. They researched the brain, they being a couple of scientists. I apologize, I can't cite their name right now, but please look it up. But this particular scientist that I'm talking about would take subjects and they would cut a large portion of their skull off. And this evil scientist has mapped the part of the brain that controls our thoughts, our moods, our attitude, our faith, our political views, and it also will control your past memories, the present information that you will receive once 5G goes into effect and they start using it as a weapon against the American people, as they will, and as they are doing across the world. This scientist mapped the brain and he used electrode and he stimulated all the parts of the brain and he documented what happens when he stimulates that part of the brain, because the person that is being worked on at that time was completely awake and could tell that doctor exactly what they were feeling. In his research, it was found that you can have your brain stimulated for all and any emotions and feelings that are possible. If you hit a spot in your brain, you may feel an orgasm. If you stimulate another part of your brain, you may have uncontrollable pain or headaches or hear voices in your head. The main way that everybody's going to know that 5G is being used against them is that you will start hearing voices in your head telling you to do stuff that you have never, ever in your right mind would have ever done. That is the truth, folks. 5G is still rolling out in the major cities. I'm so thankful that I live in the country, off the grid. But this is definitely going to be a game changer going forward. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I'm going to stop there. Please keep leaving comments as you watch this video, on the replay, etc. I have a lot to talk about, and I don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what you want to know about. I have a lot of information that has been researched, information that has been shared by individuals in the intelligence community. And I have also studied thousands of creators on YouTube for the past 13 years, trying to figure out why in the hell our world is so shitty. And most all of the information that I gained through the past 13 years researching YouTube has been taken away, hidden, and deleted forever. And many YouTubers out there, content creators, have lost their channels, have been demonetized, have no way of financially supporting themselves anymore, besides going back to the regular 8 to 5 job, which there is no problem with. But there's people in this world who have information that a majority of you do not know, and I would like to share that with you. That is my mission, to educate everybody I can on what is going on currently, filling you in on some of the past, to help you to know about what is coming in the future. Everybody will enjoy. President Trump got his start into the casino business and the business of making money by working with the Illuminati, Rockefeller, and bought Rockefeller's casino for a very, 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 very discounted price. Why did Trump get it at such a discount? Do you think it was in return for future favors? Do you think that maybe all of our politicians are corrupt in some way? So many people want Trump to be our savior. I'm here to tell you, the anti is here. There is more than one. I'm not going to call them out until I am absolutely sure. But in the Bible, it talks about the last trump. It doesn't say trumpet, and that is on purpose. It says the last trump. Trump is the last. Wake up. Open your eyes. The last. The end. The last. You may not believe in the Bible. You may not believe in God. But as I said, on part one. If you cannot donate a penny to my cause, that is fine. Please watch my video on saving souls. And if nothing else, share that video with your family over Christmas. Because time is getting short. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to tell you what is happening. I have a lot of videos on my channel that are super slow. I was new. I've only been doing this for about 7 or 8 days. But I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of being scared. And I'm tired of misinformation from mainstream media. I look forward to talking to y'all again. Keep putting them comments in there. Keep fighting the good fight. And do yourself a favor. Pay it forward as much as you can. Life's a test. I don't want anybody to fail. A lot of people say that you can't fail. You can. Thanks again for your attention. I'm sorry for the length of this video. I prefer to keep them shorter to try to keep people attention and to keep on subject. Thanks again. God bless you. God bless America. And I hope and pray that through the help of all of you, we can all band together with the truth and stand up and use our Second Amendment rights and fight for what is ours before it's taken away by the Illuminati. Goodbye.